Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I tell you what, folks, I've been glued to General Hospital for decades now, and this storyline with Brooklyn Quartermain has me all worked up in the best way possible. You know that feeling when you watch someone you've come to care about fight with everything they've got for a child who feels like their own? That's exactly where my heart is right now with Brooklyn. That girl has loved little Phoebe like she gave birth to her herself. She's rocked her to sleep, sung her songs, and built this beautiful little world around that baby. But after all the hoping and paperwork for the adoption, things fell apart. It just didn't work out the way everyone prayed it would. And let me tell you, Brooklyn isn't the type to sit back and let her heart get broken without a fight. I can feel how desperate she is to keep Phoebe safe and close. From what I saw in those recent episodes, Ethan Lovett finally came clean. He sat down with Alexis and admitted he's the biological father of Delilah Wilson's baby. That took some real courage. I'll give him that. And you know what? Ethan did something pretty decent. He said he's ready to give up his parental rights so Phoebe can have a proper, quiet adoption into a loving home. He's seen with his own eyes how Brooklyn and Harrison Chase have wrapped that little girl in so much warmth and care. He believes she'll grow up happy and stable with two parents who truly want her. God bless a man who can put a child's needs first like that. It warmed my old heart to see it. But here's the part that just twists the knife, my friends. Ethan doesn't have the faintest idea about the trouble brewing between Brooklyn and Chase. Their marriage is cracking right down the middle, and it's painful to watch. Chase can't seem to stop himself from getting too close to his ex-wife, Willow, again. Those old feelings keep pulling him back, even when he knows better. And if that wasn't enough, Michael Corinthos is in the middle of it all, whispering and pushing, trying to nudge them toward an affair. It's the kind of sneaky mess that makes you want to reach through the screen and say, what in the world are you people doing? Brooklyn's world is already shaky, and now she's scared that the home she's built for Phoebe might not be as safe and steady as it needs to be. That's why I wouldn't be one bit surprised if Brooklyn decides to take matters into her own hands. I can just picture her packing a bag in the middle of the night, scooping up little Phoebe, and slipping away to protect that child from all the heartbreak and confusion. She's not running because she's weak. She's running because her love for that baby is stronger than anything else right now. And you mark my words, Tracy Quartermain is going to be right there helping her. That woman may have a sharp tongue and a no-nonsense way about her, but when it comes to protecting family, she's as loyal as they come. I bet she's already got a clever plan, whispering encouragement and making sure Brooklyn has what she needs to get away clean. Family first, that's the Quartermain way, and Tracy lives it. Watching this unfold reminds me so much of real life, you know? I've seen mamas and grandmas in my own neighborhood go to battle for their kids when the world tried to pull them apart. It takes real strength and a heart full of fire. Brooklyn isn't just fighting for custody or papers, she's fighting to give Phoebe the kind of warm, steady home every child deserves. A place filled with lullabies, bedtime stories, and the kind of love that doesn't waver when times get tough. My heart aches for her, but it also swells with pride. That kind of motherly love is a powerful thing. I've been cheering for Brooklyn since she first held that baby, and I'm still rooting for her with everything I've got. This show has a way of making you feel like these folks are part of your own extended family, the good, the bad, and all the messy in between. I sure hope things work out so Phoebe stays right where she belongs in the arms of someone who loves her completely. What do you think, friends? Have you ever watched a story like this and felt that pull in your own chest? I'd love to hear how this one's hitting you. I tell you what, the more I think about Brooklyn's situation, the more my heart just aches for her. That girl has already poured her whole soul into being a mama to little Phoebe. She's attached to that baby something fierce. You can see it in every gentle look and every time she holds her close. But now there's this dark cloud hanging over everything. If her marriage to Chase keeps crumbling the way it is, it could wreck the whole adoption process before it even gets a chance to finish. And folks, it gets even worse. I'm talking about that secret that could blow everything sky high. If Michael Corinthos decides to open his mouth and point the finger at Brooklyn for being the one who drove away from Jordan Ashford's accident that night, well, that would be a real disaster. Can you imagine? Michael could spill it all, that she was driving under the influence and left the scene. Those kinds of charges don't just disappear. Drunk driving and hit and run, that's serious business. It could destroy any hope of a smooth adoption and leave Brooklyn staring at the very real possibility of losing Phoebe for good. Lord have mercy. I can only guess how scared and desperate she must feel right now. Here she is, loving that little girl with everything she's got, and suddenly the ground underneath her is shaking. She's probably lying awake at night wondering, what am I going to do if they take her away from me? I've seen that kind of motherly fear before. It turns regular folks into fighters real quick. Brook Lynn isn't the type to just roll over and accept it. No, sir. When a woman loves a child that deeply, she'll move heaven and earth to protect her. That's where I figure Tracy Quartermain comes riding in like the tough old cavalry. That woman has made it crystal clear, nothing in this world matters more to her than helping Brook Lynn build a real family. Tracy's got that old school Quartermain fire in her veins. She's not one to sit by while her granddaughter's heart gets broken. I bet she's already thinking ahead, whispering plans and figuring out the safest way to keep that little family together. If it comes down to it, I wouldn't put it past Tracy to help Brook Lynn pack up and slip away, maybe even leave the country with Phoebe, just to give that baby the stable, loving home she deserves, away from all the drama and danger. It's the kind of bold, protective move that reminds me of stories my own mama used to tell about families sticking together no matter what. Sure, running off might not be the perfect answer, but when you're a mama bear fighting for your cub, you do what you have to do. Brook Lynn has already shown how strong her love is. Now she might have to prove just how far she's willing to go. I'm sitting here hoping and praying it doesn't come to that, but if it does, I'll be cheering for her every step of the way. That little Phoebe belongs with someone who loves her like Brook Lynn does, plain and simple. This whole mess has me glued to the screen, friends. It feels so real because life throws these kinds of curveballs at good people every day. My heart's with Brook Lynn and that sweet baby girl. I sure hope love wins out in the end. I tell you what, friends, you can just picture poor Brook Lynn right now, can't you? She's doing everything in her power to stay out of jail and hold on tight to her dream of becoming Phoebe's real mama. That little girl has become her whole world, and the thought of losing her is probably tearing Brook Lynn apart inside. She's desperate, scared, but also determined like only a mother can be. When a woman loves a child this deeply, she'll fight with every breath she has to keep her safe and close. No matter which way this story turns, it's clear Brook Lynn is being backed into a corner. If more bad news comes her way, and from what I hear, she could end up feeling truly desperate. That kind of pressure can make a person do things they never thought they would. My heart goes out to her because I've seen how love for a child can push good people to their limits. She just wants to give Phoebe the warm, safe home every baby deserves. And right now, the world seems determined to take that away from her. All I can say is, this old heart of mine is rooting hard for Brook Lynn and little Phoebe. These storylines on General Hospital feel so real because they touch on the same fears and hopes we all carry in our own families. Love, mistakes, second chances, it's all there. I sure hope things work out so that precious baby ends up right where she belongs, wrapped in the kind of steady, heartfelt love Brook Lynn has been giving her all along. What about you, friends? Does this kind of desperate mama bear fight pull at your heartstrings too? I'll be right here watching every episode, hoping for the best.